Gerry. Okay, let me get your pellets. Yeah, you know. Doo-doo. There we go. Good morning, Kate. Good morning, Palin. How is it going? How me do? It feels like it's gonna be warm again today. I don't want it. I don't want it. Good morning, Zara. Morning, Tritopus and Fodian. Morning, Milk the Maniac. Good morning, Saf. How is everything? Morning, Santo. Good morning, Ginge. Yeah, it definitely has that edge of being stuffy today. Morning, Revan. Good morning, Hetland. Good morning, Miss Ira. I think I feel a bit stuffy today as well because I just woke up and I was so bunged up. I don't know if it's just like a high pollen count day today or something, but I'm just like, oh, it suddenly hit me this morning. Good morning, Annie. Morning, Rob. Good morning, Joe. I'm actually cold. 17 here. Oh, jealous. Good morning, Juicy. Morning, Handsome. It's nice and rainy. I want nice and rainy. You got that 2 big sniffles. I wonder if it is just a hay fever day because I didn't take a hay fever tablet the last 2 days. So I wonder if it's I don't have any of that residual antihistamine in me anymore. Good morning, Hansen. Thank you very much for the 77 months. Thank you. This is very kind of you. Maybe the pollen is affecting how my grainy head feels. Oh no. It's just, oh my gosh, it is just warm. Very warm indeed. I need to pop out today. And I feel like it's going to be my first time taking out my neck fan. Seeing how that behaves. Whether its performance can counteract the warm. Good morning, Rob. Because I didn't actually need to wear it out. I got it for Wimbledon because I was thinking like, oh God, going into London on a boiling hot day. But then Saturday wasn't actually that bad. I carried the fan around with me all day and never needed it. At least where I am, it didn't rain and now it's warm and sunny, which naturally makes the plants go, yay! Oh, I see. They're just like spaffing out pollen everywhere because they've had a drink. Morning, Dave. The tennis was really good. Yeah, I had a lovely time. I'm glad we went on Saturday and not yesterday because poor, there was a player had to retire, which is never, like, you always want people to be at their best, playing at their best and do their best sort of thing, you know, even if they lose. But he was doing really well. And then I think he tore his pec and ended up just having to leave in lots of pain. And it can't feel good. Like, obviously it's nice when you've technically won and you're through another round. But to get through that way, can't feel like super good to know that you probably would have lost. Ben, thank you very much for the 17 months. Hi, Brandy. How are you and the buns? We're okay. I'm just very snuffly today. I'm just very, I think it is just a fever. Morning, David. Good morning, John. I saw the new automatic system failed a bit the other day. Yeah, it failed on a really, I mean, it doesn't really matter because the person went on to win. But it failed on like a really important point as well. And it was like a ball was very clearly out. And it was like a set point, and they should have won that set. But they ended up winning the match. But yeah, it was like clearly out, and they were like, it failed, replay the point. And apparently it's because like the justification or the decision behind it is because it means that the system would have been down for the whole one, so they might have missed another ball being out. But I'm like, surely in this time that you've made this decision, you could have just reviewed it because it was very clearly out. And none of the others were. But, I'm glad they went on to win because otherwise it would have felt very stinky. Hi. But yeah, I don't know what was causing it to play up yesterday. But I didn't realise that they still have line judges just sort of waiting to be deployed for if the system does fail. Because I was thinking like, oh, they've put people out of a job by getting this new system. But I guess they're just there, waiting, watching and waiting to be called up to action, should they be needed to be. Oh, Gerry. Oh, him's flop. You made it so far. They still have the ball boys and girls on the pitch, on the court. They still have them, so there's still like the two people who stood either side will be ball boys or girls. Ball children. The ball people. So maybe one of the line judges sabotaged it. Maybe. Is this a new bunny rug? No, we've had this one for years. Can't remember when we got this one. Good morning, Monday. But yeah, it was quite funny watching because I guess you don't normally get the full impression of what the ball children do, because you sort of see them a little bit in the shots you see on TV, but actually like watching them fully when you had the whole court in view was they're very good. They're like so regimented, and they have their little hand signals that they do, and like they're so quick. In the museum it said that only a quarter of the applicants actually get through, of those who volunteer. They have to do training. Those are the ones that get through. I'd be too ADHD for that. Yeah, that's what I was saying to Alex yesterday. He was like, oh, would you like to be an umpire? And I was just like, no, because I'd be thinking, oh, I really should be paying attention to this. I should make sure I watch. And then as soon as that happened, I would not be watching. I would be thinking and distracted. But yeah. But yes. Oh, look at this cozy boy. Oh, there was a ball? You guys were playing? My favourite thing about the big chair that they sit in is that when it starts to rain, because first and foremost they have to protect the court, they will just like start wheeling the umpire out if they don't get down off the chair quick enough. So there's a clip somewhere of one of the umpires, morning Drew, one of the umpires saying like, ladies and gentlemen, play will be suspended during the... And you can just see him start to get wheeled out whilst he's talking. Because they're just like, we need to cover it. I found some little patches of Gerry. I wonder if the big chair they sit on is the same sort the lifeguards use. Maybe. I guess just one that's a bit flashier because it has to have like cameras and stuff attached to the base of it. But yeah, I wonder if there's a company that just makes all of the tall chairs, high chairs for adults. Do, do. But being an umpire, you do have to, I think you have to know like 3 different languages to be allowed to be an umpire in tennis. I think they all go round on like the, the tour, like the tennis tour, and they'll do like the French Open and the I guess American you don't have to worry about it, and Australian Open you don't have to. But yeah, I think they have to speak French, Spanish, and English if you're going to be an umpire. So there is more training to it than meets the eye of just getting to sit in a big chair and have the computer system automatically tell you every decision. But yeah, come on in, Diamond. It's funny how Gerry has like, you can see his moat line and he's just got this little fluffy skirt now, so he's all skinny here and then he just pops out. I did survive the Wimbles, I did. That'd be good at the confrontation. Geez, yeah, you've got to deal with like Kyrgios, the likes of Kyrgios who have big tantrums and stuff. Yeah. And also, I guess, having to give difficult decisions like the one the other day. And even just things like time violations that must feel quite petty to do, but you've got to do it. Because otherwise people will just take ages. Like Nadal used to. With his little ball routine that he would do. Good morning, pizza. But yeah. He has this teeny tiny little patch that I keep wanting to steal from. But I don't know if there's much more left there. Kyrgios just directs his anger at his family and friends watching. Yeah. It's like, I sometimes get the feeling that he's changed a bit in recent years. But for ages it seemed like Djokovic needed to get angry to be at his full power. Like, that was what powered him up. He needed to get the crowd against him. So he would just do things to, like, waste time and get the crowd booing him just so then he would get fired up and go on to it. It's like he couldn't do it if people were supporting him. Like, it was odd. But he seems a bit more balanced now. But I guess that's the interesting thing about tennis, is that a lot of it is such a mental game, because you are just like down there on your own, and the way the scoring happens, you need to be able to stay you can't let it get to you, because there is always a chance that you can pull it back. I think it's not like if you're in a football match and it gets like 6-0 and you're just like, well, there's not really much we can do about this now. Whereas in tennis, there's always a chance that you can, just like no matter what the score is, up until match point. Did you get to catch a ball? No, we were very far back. Something would have had to go very, very wrong if we were able to catch the ball. But a couple of people we saw did. There was a ball went into the royal box whilst we were watching, and one that just went into actually I think 2 that went in like near the front of the crowd as well. But yeah, we were up. Never understand the players who get angry at their friends and family. I think it's one of those things that is like, they're frustrated, and I think, as sad as it is, I think in tennis the box just seems to be like the punching bag throughout the match. Like, you see it all the time of them just like shouting up at them, and it's just because they're frustrated and they're there on their own, and it's either get annoyed at yourself or direct it somewhere else. But yeah, you do see that a lot. Because I was saying to Alex, like, you can tell where the coaches are because you just look around, you see people with white baseball caps who aren't clapping, and that'll be that'll be the coaches, like the coaches and the medics and the stuff, and you can pinpoint these little groups of people that are like that. They will just sit there cross-armed, waiting to be shouted at. But yeah. We did get strawberries and cream, yes. It was very delicious. Very lovely indeed. Best strawberries I've ever had. Chester always gets those fluff patches on his hind legs. Yeah, Gerry gets... I mean, at the moment it's sort of exaggerated by the fact he still has like a little shaved patch for his for when he had his blood test taken, and it still hasn't properly grown back. But yeah, so it does make it look even fluffier. You can just see the little shaved patch. Yes. Did they cost an arm and a leg? Give on in Mexico's. No, it was £2.70 for strawberries and cream. So it's not like... I heard someone say, like, it's £20 for strawberries and cream, and I was just like, huh? But no, it's £2.70, which isn't like, you know, it's not awful, to be fair. It's I mean, obviously stuff in the shop, like the merch and stuff, was quite spenny, but yeah. And it's a decent box as well. I mean, considering how much you pay for strawberries in a normal shop. It's and the fact it's in London. But I think it's one of those things that they just want everyone to be able to have strawberries and cream, because it's just like part of Wimbledon. So I think it is just like they want it to carry on being a tradition. But then again, like, if people are there, they probably, you know, I don't know how much the cheapest tickets are to Wimbledon. It definitely is a fancy event. But how many did you get? How many strawberries? I think about 10 strawberries, maybe. Between 8 and 10, I would guess. I was too excited to be eating them, so I did not count. Although I think I took a photo, so I might be able to count them. And they are very good. Very good indeed. But yeah, I wonder like how lucky we got with getting in this year as to whether... I mean, to be fair, like Alex was saying, next year, even if we didn't, he was like, I'd happily just go for like a day pass and just go to all of the free courts. We don't necessarily have to go back to centre court again, sort of thing. So did you catch a sweatband that the players threw into the crowd at the end? Again, no, we were much too far back. Because you see at the end all the people who rush forward to get all their stuff signed. All the lucky people at the front, but no, they would have had to properly yeet it to get back to us. But yeah, I'm very glad we went. And we got a fridge magnet, because we tried to get a fridge magnet wherever we go for memory making. So we got one of those. But annoyingly, it doesn't have the year on it. So if we do go again and get another fridge magnet, we won't know which one's which. We just have to rely on memory. What's the magnet like? It's basically just the Wimbledon logo, like the crossed tennis things with the purple and green little circle thing. because the other ones were a bit huge. There was like a massive strawberry or a massive tennis ball. We were like, Whenever it says strawberries and cream, what kind of cream is it? In the US, it's squirty cream. But UK has more cream choices. Yeah, it'll be like double poured cream. So, I mean, we obviously had vegan cream, so I cannot attest to what dairy, what cow cream you would get, but we would expect it to be like poured cream on that sort of thing. If you had like scones, you'd expect clotted cream. Hello. What are you thinking? What's occurred? Where's this boy going? Good morning, cow. Yeah, clotted cream doesn't sound the nicest, does it? It's, I think just the word clot isn't like, ooh, delicious. But yeah, that's what you'd traditionally have on scones. Is it the same as whipped? No. Not really. I mean, to be fair, it's been like 10 years since I've had it, so I don't really remember, to be fair. Nowadays, when I have scones, I do tend to just have like whipped cream, because I'll get some like double vegan cream and just whip that and have that dolloped on scones instead. Either coconut or oat. But yeah. Oh, schnuff. Is it a day of schnuff? Is it? I'm sorry, I don't have anything yet. I will do. I will do. Hi. I'm sorry, baby boy. Oh, you can have a little snacky in a bit. Just for now, it's just cuddles, I'm afraid. He wants his strawberries and cream. Yeah, he doesn't even really like strawberries, to be fair. You got a tickly ear? What's going on? What's going on in there? Oh, hello. Hi. You're getting too warm over there. There we go. Is that nice? You don't even feel that warm, Gerry. You're just enjoying the ice pod anyway. Every time I move my hand away, he's like, now food? Now is food? I probably will get some strawberries in for the Wimbledon final. And then Fifi can have some strawberry tops. Gerry occasionally will have strawberries, like the tops of them, but he's not, he's like, he used to absolutely hate them, but he's slowly coming round to them now. Every now and then he will accept. No, we'll just be watching the final on TV. Because once you get tickets for Wimbledon, you're only allowed to get the one. So yeah, we've been on our day now. So yeah, we'll just be watching the final from home, which is nice. Where did the strawberries come from in your area? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if they'd be imported from Kent as well as the Wimbledon ones, but I don't know. There's probably somewhere that does local strawberries. But yeah, I've never checked. Apples are Kent too. Ah, there you go. I mean, I guess they do say that Kent is the garden of England, so I guess it does make sense for all the all the fruit to be coming from there. Although when I lived in Kent, it wasn't the garden part; it was the rough part. So I never got to see that side of it. And then for asparagus, which is nice because it's very pricey usually. Ah, hello. I wonder if I can leave you two snuggling whilst I go and get your little snacky ready. Whilst I steal your floof. You sat on that in a very weird way, Gerry. I haven't been to Kent, but I associate it with Springwatch. Well, I used to live in the, like, harbour part of it, which is, like, I mean, it did have some nice bits, like, because it was, like, where there was a lot of stuff to do with Dickens there, which was very cute. But then Chatham is just, just not good. Whereas I think I popped to Canterbury at one point. I remember that being quite nice. But yeah, butchers. Stealing. I want him to settle down so I can sneak off. I feel like he'll wake up if I move anyway. They have some wild strawberries in our front garden. Ah! I would like to grow strawberries in the garden. Get one of those, you know, the strawberry pots that have all the different holes. I'd like to get one of those, but I am not the most green-thumbed of people, so I'm not expecting wonders. And to be fair, I probably won't protect them from the birds either, so if the birds eat them, I'll be like, good for you. Your little arm is slipping away there, Gerry boy. Are you too far forward on the ice pod? Is that what's happened? Because you're like, I feel like it needs to move back a bit, or you need to move back a bit. My girlfriend has been growing tomatoes, chilies, and courgettes. They're doing great. Oh, that's good. I mean, like, my parents are very good at growing stuff, but I never inherited that. I didn't inherit any of the plant knowledge or ability. I got some green beans from our neighbours yesterday, though. I look forward to getting a big bag of green beans from them every year because they're always like, we grow too many and we can't get through them. And I'm just like, yes. Give me beans. I guess I should start watching Monty Don shows where every week he says, like, this week is the week that you want to be doing this in your garden. Gives you a little homework. Do you want me to move this slightly? Is that better? It's worried that he's slipping on it. Poor little baby. Are you okay, Fifi? Is this what you came over for? Or were you hoping for peace and quiet? Little smooshy kisses. Alan Titchmarsh has his own YouTube channel now, which is useful for tips and tricks. Okay. I like seeing Monty Don's dogs, though. They are very... Well, so does he only have the one now? He's always got golden retrievers. They're very cute. But yeah, I'd love to be able to grow stuff in the garden. Instead of... I mean, at the moment, I just say it's for the bees. Which is what people who have abandoned their gardens say. Just, it's rewilding. That's what it is. I do have lots of wild seeds, actually. Our front garden is abandoned. It's for the bees. That's what you have to say. For the bees. But we do have some... Do you get butterflies in the garden? I don't think... Well, there's one particular plant that I think I've seen butterflies near, but it's not a common occurrence. We used to have a massive buddleia that they absolutely loved, but we got rid of it because it was growing really near the house, and I was worried that it would start to, like, the roots were starting to push things out of the way that shouldn't have been pushed out the way. But there's loads of buddleia around Bristol. Can't bloody move for buddleia in Bristol, so they won't be left wanting for it. But we've got some friends coming round for a barbecue at the beginning of August, and I was saying, oh, that'll give me a chance to kick myself up the bum for like getting the garden a bit more suitable. And now we're over a week into July, and I've not done it yet. I've not done anything. So now I've only got 3 weeks to get it ready. Dear, oh dear. I mean, worst comes to worst, there is space, at least. Space to be set out there. Even if it is just amongst the weeds. For the bees. You're okay, baby boy. But I think what I might do is there's a garden centre in Bristol that is you can like just walk around and then have stuff delivered. So I might just go have a day out to the garden centre, pick out a bunch of stuff, and then be like, deliver it to me. I mean, I don't know how much delivery is, so that might depend on that, but I might just fill it with pots of flowers and hope that that makes it look a bit more presentable. Dandelions are my favourite flower now. Well, I think if you're like a bunny or a guinea pig parent, it's dandelions are your friend. They're just a thing that you can just go out and steal from nature, so it's fine. And it's just a nice little snack. Don't have to worry. A little freebie. But yeah, I do need to kick myself up the bum to do it. And there was a garden bench that I was going to order that I need to clear space for before we order it. So maybe if I just order it and then I've got a deadline, because I'm like, it's arriving in this many days. And if I don't have the space cleared for it, it's... I don't know. I don't know what would happen. So maybe that'll be the way forward. But yes. Okay. I might go and get the bunny's little snacky ready, as I didn't do it this morning. But where can I leave this that you can see the boy? If I move, you're going to try and follow me, aren't you? You're in an inquisitive mood today. You're going to follow me. Maybe he'll be okay. What if I pull this chair back? I know. Okay, if I put it here. Right. BRB. Gerry, you stay snuggled. I will be returning. Don't go anywhere. Okay. BRB. You showing your bum? It's just a bum shoe. There you go, Care Bear. What's wrong, Fifi? Yeah, she just took a bit to eat in the corner very briefly. I don't know why. Just didn't want to share that bit. Also, good morning, Xander, and good morning, Dunk. You done, Gerry? A little bit for the road? There we go. Look at your little red lips. My goodness. It's taking it away again. Did you want any more? Do you want a bit more secret pepper? There we go. I'll put these little bits there, if anyone should want them. Gerry, there's all of it. You just eat it. Yeah, there was a little bit of fennel in there as well. There we go. Gerry, I heard that. I heard that little grunt. There we go. Was that nice? Oh my gosh. Is it back to cozy time now? Do you return to cuddles? No, it's scrumpling time? What the heck? What the heck? He scrumpled and he ran away. Okay, I can push the chair back a bit now. There we go. Snoozy times. Xander, to answer your question, I haven't I haven't talked about Greek myth today. I'm being good. I'm pacing myself. I can't do a 20-minute low dump every day. Firstly, I don't know that much. But I was thinking about things that I found interesting the other day. I was like, what's a similar story to all of that? And I guess like, oh, are you getting ready to binky, or was that just like a flicky ear? Did something irritate you? I only saw it at the corner of my... Gerry, are you happy? Are you happy or are you annoyed? You got binkies in there? You very rarely do binkies. So I'd assume not. Are you a happy boy? Are you a grumpy boy whose ear is irritating him? You a happy boy? He's like, oh, I don't know. I just know be little and nap. Maybe that is a binky. Maybe he does have happy. But he doesn't know. He just doesn't know. Now he doesn't want to be talked to. But other subjects that I don't know as much about, but I think are very interesting, would be the setup to Jason's quest for the Golden Fleece. All of the things that set that into place are interesting. Norse mythology? I don't really know much about Norse mythology. I've only read one Norse mythology book, and I wasn't that taken with it. Like, it was interesting, but the style of the book wasn't really... I found it a bit annoying. So I don't really know much about Norse mythology. And also I find it very interesting how Rob, yes, I was wondering whether to mention. But yeah, so I've got rid of that book now because I had a bit of a book purge when we were setting up our book nook, and that was one of the ones that went to a charity shop somewhere. But also how Bender, thank you very much for the follow, how the connection between Heracles and the setup for the Trojan War is also very interesting, because he basically, out of grudges for various reasons, like, went around bringing down kingdoms and installing on the throne people who would go on to be very big players, or the parents of very big players in the Trojan War. So he set that whole thing up pretty much in a weird way. But yeah. But it's not stuff that I know particularly off the top of my head to actually be able to talk about it. Like Queen Victoria in the First World War. Wait, what? I don't really know anything about our history. I probably should. I didn't do history at school. So I guess I know like primary school history, like vaguely the War of the Roses. But other than that, and for a brief time I knew a very specific part of history because I worked in an archive for a documentary film about a politician. So I knew a lot of stuff about this one particular person and their connection to things like Concord. But other than that, I don't know. And watching The Crown. All her kids were married to the other monarchs in Europe, and the First World War is practically a family feud. Okay. I mean, I guess the royal family and Greek mythology have incest in common. And questionable marriage choices. So I guess there is that connection, in a way. I guess the labours of Heracles are very interesting, but I get a bit like when it is just I feel bad. I know that they're like monsters, but I feel bad when people hearing the stories about the purging of the children of Typhon and Echidna, because I'm just like, why can't they just have, why can't there just be a little Hydra just having a little, a fun little time? Why can't there be a rampaging boar going through the countryside? Why not? They're just little guys, they are. It's like the story of the Cretan bull, or the bull of Marathon, as they become later known. That's also a very interesting story, and it makes me sad that the bull gets killed in the end, because they were just being a little guy and they should have been left well enough alone. I guess in that way, it's also very sad that a lot of stories end, like, in terms of animals in Greek mythology, like the founding of Thebes with Cadmus, where it's like Cadmus was told to follow this sow. No, wait, not sow. What's a female cow called? Heifer. Follow this heifer until they rested, and then that is where you shall found your city. And then they get there and they found Thebes and they sacrificed the cow, and I'm just like, this cow should have been should have been the queen of the city, because if it weren't for this cow, you wouldn't have your stupid little city anyway. But that happens all the time. But yeah. Beep, 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 beep. Cow is the female is a common word because that's where we get dairy from. Oh. A heifer is a cow who is yet to bear a calf. I don't know. I didn't ask the mother status of the cow in the story, so I don't know. It's rude to ask. Just a lovely little lady who they followed for miles before founding Thebes, which came with its own problems. Cadmus got to live as a snake for many years because he was cursed by Ares. Him and his wife just lived as snakes, but they got turned back in the end. There's a lot of weird snake stuff in Greek mythology as well. And to make coffee, suddenly cow talk, yeah. There's a lot of cows in Greek mythology. But yes, we'll always be sympathetic for monsters. I know. There just aren't really any like monsters that I mean, maybe the Sphinx is a bit mean. I guess I can understand the Sphinx being you know, having a comeuppance. But everyone else, like, Cerberus has a sibling that's a two-headed dog, and they get killed by Heracles, and I'm like, why? It's just a doggo. Just leave them alone. Just leave them be, dude. It's just a dog with more heads to pet. Dear oh dear. Well, oh my goodness, what is happening over there? I guess it is time for me to head off. There are cows. Now I'm interested in a cow-centered collection of mythology. I mean, I think the life of the Bull of Marathon is a good one. That leads to a lot of stuff. The whole labyrinth of stories. Ha ha ha. But yeah. Bitches. Honestly, have they not played Hades? Yeah. My goodness. Rob, where can you send us away to? What can I hear Fifi doing? I tried to think. I'm going to have to go and investigate in a bit. Gerry! What are you thinking about, baby boy? What are you doing all the way over there all that time? If you were here, you could have had cuddles. Could have had cuddles all this time. There we go. Tea. Little guy. Little guy. Glad I got up earlier today. The bunnies are very cute. Ah, thank you. I think so too. Thank you for the follows. Okay. I don't know if Rob is busy at work or if he can do a raid. It might have to... Oh, no, wait. There he do be. Shall we go to Sahana? Go see the Rattos. And just a reminder, I won't be streaming at 2 today. I'll be streaming at 5 instead. So, little bit later today. But starting a new game, which should be... What is she doing? Which should be exciting. There's something going on over there that I don't know. I don't know what it is. But I hope you will have very lovely days and hopefully see some of you later. I did a solo peak last night and I did it in 1 hour 9 minutes and then an achievement for doing it in an hour, and I wasn't even trying to go fast or anything. I was just dawdling whilst I chatted away to people on Discord. So I reckon it's doable with today's map. But yes, everyone look after yourselves, be good. Oh no, oh jeez. Okay, look after yourselves and be good. Sorry, my phone just had a weird thing happen. And I shall speak to you soon. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye. A boop.